Good afternoon all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, December 20th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So I had to leave today. I left around 11:15, and when I came back, we were towards the tail end of what K was doing. Obviously, we finally got, and we had been talking about this in the room, and I mentioned it on the video a little while back. This market has done nothing but go up. So what do you have to guard against? A liquidation break. That's all this was. Okay, that's all this was. Now, it's a little interesting that after making an all-time high in ES and NQ, we not only have an outside day down, we have a double distribution day down and a price spike and a price probe. One thing to keep in mind, look at all the volume we did here early in the day. Look at this move, and this is a big move. These single prints are $2.50, but didn't get any really purple bars until later. Does this mean it's over for the bulls? Of course not. Of course not. Just like I said, look at this. We said yesterday with the previous all-time high being the afternoon pullback, and then this morning, look where today's low is. I was very surprised when we opened and didn't get the overnight low this morning. Okay? But with the price spike, we got it all right. So now the way buyers wanted to defend that coming into today, well, for sure, this is what bears are going to want to defend tomorrow. That's the base of the price spike, and it's the previous all-time high. I only traded A and B and did well. I was actually shorted NQ initially against their price spike, and I have them in bigger increments from yesterday. Even though they didn't get their overnight low, I thought between the base of the price spike and yesterday's high would be a good short, and it turned out to be before they finally got yesterday's high in B period. So that was nice. And then in B period, I had a beautiful long. ES popped A's high very quickly. NQ didn't do it as quick. Got long to 3 lot, and boom, she ripped up. So those are the only 2 trades I did because I knew I was leaving. I had some things I ended up having to take care of unexpectedly, so I was gone for the majority of the day. So let's go over destinations. Well, first let's talk a little bit more what happened today. Buyers were firmly controlling the day. We went from unchanged value to overlapping a high, and now I was gone after in D period. I don't know if value ever went totally higher. It does end unchanged, but at the time, A, B, C, D, E, market was holding trend. G pulled back for a possible afternoon pullback, and then made a new high. You had a reversal bar. Then H was inside, and then I. The market didn't really liquidate until when? K period. This is an inventory adjustment in I. It's pretty much an inventory adjustment in J. But once the market started picking up tempo below B's low and K got back down there again, here's a telltale sign also. When they rallied in J, you never got 8 wide. See that? Missed it by a couple of ticks. Now, if I was here, because I was trying to think what I would do in the room, I probably would have bought the single print fill in J. Now, my room told me it did get a responsive bounce of about 4 points, and that's all I would have wanted. But I definitely would have been very cautious longing again after I took that, seeing that J never could get back to F to go 8 wide. And then K obviously had a liquidation break, and that was a massive one. Did some very heavy volume. In the last 3 time frames, we did K period was a $4.50 range on 10 million. Larry and L was 14 million, and Mo did 20 million. That, my friends, is a market liquidating. That's it. Okay? Now, NQ did the same thing, as did Righty. And we all finish with Righty just has 1 small set of singles. ES has 2 sets, one very... actually, I think ES might have filled L's, but I'm not sure. But they have a very large set in K. We have a small set now and a very, very large set in K. So, I'm sure you're going to be reading on Twitter and Instagram and all over, that's it, the bulls are dead. Look, yes, it's not great to have an outside day down after hitting an all-time high. However, take it for what it's worth as of right now. Maybe we don't make new highs the rest of the year. I don't know. But we did make new highs in NQ, triple Q, and ES. SPY has not. So I wouldn't, put the death cross on the buys and say this game is over just yet. And then on the charts, now these charts are still messed up. I can't fix them to the end of the month and the end of the week. Monthly is still very healthy. It's up. I want to show you something in IWM also. The weekly is up. Again, disregard this. It's not. The weekly low is not even anywhere near there. And the daily is now a 5-day balance. Okay? I would use today's low as the low to balance. Actually, you're going to use today's the whole balance. All right? Now, ES is going to be different because ES never took out Thursday's low. So Thursday's low in ES will be the bottom of your 5-day balance. SPY's bottom of the balance is today, and that's because of the dividend. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now look at this in IWM. 20 months, 19 months, they finally broke above 201.99 today. They got up to 202.17. They stretched a 19-month balance by 18 cents and rolled over $6. $6. Now, this is more concerning than what happened in SPY and NQ, because Righty has to prove to them. Righty has to prove to this market they're going to get above this. Remember, their all-time high is still all the way up at 244.46. This is just to come out of this balance. So I would like to see sooner rather than later, this month or early January, to get acceptance. Keyword, acceptance above August of 2022's high. Because if you don't and you roll over, guess what, my friends? Look what you will be looking at again. They've been great swing shorts, 197 to 160, 160, 160, 160, up to 202. These are $50 swing moves. So I guarantee you, whoever does this for a living, put it out again in NQ. They don't care it went a little higher. They'll probably use this month's high of around 210 as their out. And now, you're like, well, that's an $8, $9 risk. Yes, it is. But they're looking for $40. That's a 4-to-1 trade. Okay? So they'll risk $8 or $9 on their swing trade to get 40. Anyway, just thought that was interesting. Hope you stay out of trouble on that liquidation break, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for the likes and subscribing to this channel. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.